morning, everyone. Good evening, and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. Very important, guys. When there's a video that you like and you know that resonates with you, I would like you to share that video with a friend. It's very important to share these messages because there's some other people who are not on these platforms, and they're most probably going through the same thing that you're doing. So they may also need this kind of content. When you know somebody that is struggling with something, share some of these videos. It will also help other members from our tribe to find us. You know what I mean? So at the same time, it also helps the channel to grow. I would like to share with you in this video something that has helped me over the years along my journey. I've used this method to catch a couple of narcissists. You know, I've told you guys when the narcissists are coming, when they're coming into your life, they will take you by surprise. So you will not see them coming. You know, you may think that is he's an angel, this person has just appeared from nowhere and everything is okay. But at the same time, you have got to know that these individuals, they have spent some time stalking your social medias. They have asked some friends about you, so they know your moves most of the times. They know where you're having your coffees. They know where you're going to the gym. So most of the times when they show up, you're supposed to know they have done some bit of a background. I'm talking about the ones that you meet physically. Even sometimes the ones you meet online, if it's Facebook, Instagram, they've already checked you out and they know who you are. Now, most of the times when the narcissist comes into your life, we already know that they are going to love bomb you. So they are going to come in with full force. You know, they will come in and tell you the things you want to hear. They will run with you to the shops, buy you those little expensive presents, you know, buy you a nice car, buy you this, and take you to trips. But everything is a facade. So because the only reason why they're doing this is because they want to sneak into your life and they want to capture your attention. So they want to catch your attention to make sure that you start getting entangled to them in some way or the other, in one way, shape, or form. But it's not very difficult to catch a narcissist. So this video may really help the people who are like starting to understand what is narcissistic abuse. You know, it may not really resonate with people who don't know anything about narcissism. So this is going to be for the warriors and the survivors. You've been with a narcissist, you're out there trying to heal, and then all of a sudden these guys are going to pop up. So these guys are not going to stop. They will not stop, ladies and gentlemen. The narcissist, they will not stop coming at you. They will always come around in the time that you least expect them. So they will not stop. It is you who is supposed to understand how to play around with this kind of individuals so that you can be able to protect yourself. This method has helped me over the years as well to protect myself. So what you do normally when the narcissist comes into your life, so you look for the red flags. You know, first of all, look for the red flags. I think I might have to do a video about the red flags as well. So look for those individuals who are rushing around to marry you. You know, they're rushing around to get into your house, to start living in your house. You know, they all of a sudden they want to meet your parents. On the first day, let us go meet your parents. You know, where do your parents live? You know, they are buying you very expensive gifts. So a lot of times, look out for the red flags. Most of the times, you're going to see these red flags in the beginning. So they're going to appear during the love bomb phase, whereby they're going to start love bombing you in a way that you've never seen before. So it's going to look almost too good to be true. All of a sudden, you've got a diamond necklace. You know, you've got a golden watch. You've got a new car. You're going on expensive trips. All those are red flags. You do not have to buy yourself into someone's heart. You do not have to pay. If a person is supposed to be with you, they do not have to pay a price to be into your heart. The only way a person can get into your heart is by being as authentic as they are. So they do not have to buy you expensive things. They may do that if you really think that those individuals are genuinely loving you. But at the same time, the people who are doing these kind of things very quickly is one of those red flags that you're supposed to know is probably this person is a narcissist. You also see sometimes those narcissists, they are only telling you the things that you want to hear. You know what I mean? So they are going to mirror you. Most of the times in the beginning, they are going to mirror you in a way you've never seen before. So you see a lot of those guys, they want to, all of a sudden, you guys want the same things. You know, you like going to the gym, they like going to the gym. You like going for yoga classes, they also all of a sudden like to go to yoga classes. You know, they like this kind of movie. You like this kind of movie, they also like that kind of movie. That kind of music, they also like that kind of movie. So they're going to start mirroring you. Now, all these also are red flags as well. You're also going to see some of the red flags in a way that the narcissist, they are going to rush. So they're in a rush. These narcissists, they're in a hurry. They're in a rush to, first of all, yes, of course, sleeping with you, they may want to sleep with you. But at the same time, you're also going to realize that they want to move in with you very quickly. You know, so they want to move into your house. They're going to ask you where you live, who lives with you. I've got a big house in the other side of town. If you want, you can actually move into my house. You know, these things like that. So they are going to most of the times try to get you pregnant very quickly. They want to marry you. They want to run around and meet your parents. So all these are red flags. Now, most of the times, these are red flags that are missed by the people who don't know anything about abuse. So the people who have not met a narcissist, most of the time they have missed, including me in those days, very long time ago, I didn't know anything about the narcissist. So I missed some of those red flags. So the person that is in a rush to do anything, it is most likely you're dealing with a narcissist. It may not necessarily be the case, but it's usually those people that actually narcissists. So all of a sudden, the person is your soulmate, they're your twin flame, they are mirroring you, they are doing everything that you like, they are saying all those beautiful words that you like. And then another red flag as well is those guys who are going to actually talk very bad about their exes. My ex did this, my ex did that. All the time, and all of the times you meet the narcissist, you're going to meet them complaining about their exes. So there's always an ex who did something extraordinary and something very, very bad to them. So they do not want to be responsible for the end of those relationships or entanglements. Most of the times they are going to put all the garbage onto their exes. So they're trying to project um, all the things that might have went wrong in those relationships to their exes. They do not want to take any blame. It does not matter if they are the problem. They will never come around and tell you that they were the problem in those relationships. So they are going to always project that garbage towards their exes. So it is always the ex in the problems. If you have got a chance to meet those exes and you have a chance to speak with them, most of the time it doesn't happen. But if you get the chance to speak to the ex of the narcissist, they are going to sit down with you and they are going to tell you the real person that you're dealing with. But anyway, if you don't have the chance, do not worry about that. If a person is over critical about the ex they've dated before, you have got to know that there's a problem there. It's most likely that person is a narcissist and they don't want to take any responsibility for the end of those relationships and the things like that. So these red flags they come in so many shapes. They come in so many ways. For the most of you guys who've been dealing with abuse, be aware. Catch up on one or two. I've told you guys in my videos, you do not need to know the details. If you have been dealing with abuse, do not wait for 5, 6, I don't know, 7, 8 red flags. Do not wait for many of them. So most of the times you will see a lot of them, they are also very greedy. Most of the times you see them, you send them to do shopping or things like that. You guys have gone shopping. You're going to see them running all over the supermarket and picking everything that they can. You know what I mean? So they are very greedy when it comes to their own self, because those individuals, I've told you guys, those individuals, they are empty souls. So most of the times you're actually feeding into and pouring into an empty soul. So you have caught up on one or two red flags, and you're probably thinking, you may not really be sure. You may have that little benefit of a doubt, but you're probably thinking that, oh, this person, there's a very big possibility that the person I'm dealing with is nasty. So what you do now, you have got to stage a scenario whereby you're going to ask these guys to give you some time. Remember, guys, that you're dealing with somebody, most probably they have even invested some money in you. They've invested a lot in the beginning of these entanglements or whatever relationships. So what you do now, you have to pretend. You may not really have to pretend, because actually that the pretense might actually turn out to become a reality. But first of all, I want you to stage a scenario whereby you're asking the narcissist, listen, these 2-3 days, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks, we've been hanging out, we've been meeting. I've tried to think about it. You know what I mean? I've tried to think about things. and I would ask you to give me some time. You know what I mean? So in that time, you're asking the narcissist that you don't want to see them for a while, at least for a while in the beginning, initially. You're telling them that you do not want to see them for a while. So you want to take a little bit of time for yourself. And then you want to think about these things. You know what I mean? So this is one of the techniques I used to confirm and to catch up with the greater narcissist. I've told you guys I've entangled at one point with the greater narcissist. So that is how I caught up with the greater narcissist. So normally when you catch up with these people and you tell them that you need time, okay, so you've been hanging out for a couple of days, and you feel like, okay, so maybe you need some time to really figure out what is going on with this situation, and you want to understand what to do. You want to understand how to move forward with this kind of relationships. That is when the narcissist is going to go into panic. The narcissist is going to go into panic, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing what the narcissist is going to do, the narcissist is going to rage. They're going to tell you, oh, after all these things I've been doing for you, and after all these things, all these things we've shared together, now you want to end this relationship. So you're going to see them struggling a bit, because you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that the narcissist does not understand rejection. They do not comply with rejection. So for them, it's like when you tell them you need time to think about certain things, they are going to take this thing as a rejection. So they actually want to believe that you're trying to reject them. So most of the time, that is what is going to actually trigger that wound within the narcissist, that you're trying to reject them. So it's something that actually also triggers those abandonment issues that they're dealing with. I've told you guys, the narcissists, they are dealing with a lot of abandonment issues. So the narcissist is going to go into rage. They're going to go into panic. They're going to beg. They're going to try to, tell you a lot of things. Oh, you know what? I don't know what you're thinking about me. You should not even do this. So sometimes you're going to see them. They're trying to beg. They're desperately trying to beg. So in that moment, when the narcissist is in panic, they know that most likely you may actually be planning to leave them. And it is going to click in their head that this person, they want to run away, they want to run off, or they want to leave me. So sometimes you'll see them begging. They're going to extremely beg. They're going to tell you, oh, you don't need time, try to make this, let's try to make this thing work. Or maybe sometimes, should I change something? Did I do something yesterday? Maybe let's change it, let's do it the other way. So the narcissist, one of the signs that is going to show you you're most likely dealing with a narcissist, you're going to catch a narcissist. When you ever ask them that you need time to think or time to reflect on this whole situation, the narcissist is going to panic. They are going to go into panic mode. Now, in most case scenarios, you may see, because I've told you guys, when you're ending any relationship, any form of friendship or relationship with the narcissist is the one who is supposed to actually end this kind of entanglement or situationship. So most of the times they will tell you, okay, so I'm aware about all these kind of games, because remember, guys, these guys have been playing this game all throughout their life, all their entire life. So they know all these little moves. So what is going to happen now? The narcissist is going to actually run ahead of you and actually discard you. So they may say, okay, you know what? I see where you're going with this. So this is how I can actually call the greater narcissist as well. So I see where you're going with this. So the way I see it, it looks like, okay, maybe you don't appreciate me, or you don't like me, or the things like that. Remember that you have asked the narcissist that you need time. But the narcissist does not understand anything about time. They do not have anything. For them, everything they are doing, it has got to happen at that moment. You know what I mean? So the narcissist, they are going to actually discard you. So that is when you're going to see the narcissist getting very angry with you, because you have not. They believe in their little mind that you have not appreciated them. So they are going to actually stage a discard. So that is when they're going to hear them say that, okay, so you know what? If you're not happy about me, you feel you don't believe me, or the things like that, let us leave it there. Let us leave it like the way it is. And immediately the narcissist is going to block you. Now, if you ever ask a narcissist that you need time, and that individual goes into anger, rage, frustration, panic, and then of course they are going to block you, because they want to scare you that, okay, so if you think that you need time, or you don't want to be with me, or the things like that, I'm going to leave you as well. I might as well just go ahead and leave you. So they may actually sometimes go ahead and block you. It may not necessarily happen all the time that they're going to block you immediately, but in most of the cases you're dealing with the narcissist is going to block you immediately. If they ever do that and you've asked them for time, it is a very big red flag, guys. Actually, you're confirming that you're dealing with a narcissist, because you have caused them an injury by you telling them that you need time. Those guys, they do not believe anything about time. They don't even want to hear it. You know what I mean? So a few days, it could take about 2, maybe 3 days. After they block you, they're going to unblock you after 3 days. So you're going to be dealing with a narcissist whereby you're having somebody, they'll block you today, and then after 2 or 3 days, they're going to unblock you. Then they're going to block you again, they're going to unblock you. So those kind of things, you know what I mean? It is because the narcissist does not want you to win. There is no way a narcissist wants you to win and for you to think that you're the one who has discarded that narcissist. They're the ones always who are going to try to discard you. They usually have to discard you because when you discard them, it is a sign that you're winning and they are losing, and that thing can cause them a very massive wound. We're talking about a narcissistic injury. So I would like to let you guys know that it is very easy to catch a narcissist, but this normally, like I've said again, it is something that normally works with the people who have some knowledge. You know, you have some knowledge. You have had some bits and bits of information here and there about narcissistic abuse. You know what I mean? So you're looking at somebody who is dysfunctional, completely dysfunctional. They are very sick in their heads, and they do not know how to handle and how to manage a normal, authentic, beautiful relationship with anybody, because they also do not have a relationship with themselves. But you want to catch them, tell them that you're leaving, tell them you need time. They will rage, they will panic. They might as well go ahead and discard you first of all, and then they're going to block you immediately. But after 2 or 3 days, they're going to unblock you, and they're going to keep on repeating this pattern until they are sure of what exactly is going on in this situation. So if you have done that, guys, let us know in the comment section below. And until then, guys, you already know I love and appreciate your support. You might always book a session with me, guys, if you want to. You may as well donate and support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description section below. And until then, it's been lovely to have you guys on board. There's almost signing out, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Much love and blessings. Peace.